10-year-olds ruining Sephora testers. Is it true or false? Hello, this is Liliana Gloria and Lily Deshawn. We are here discussing the topic of 10-year-olds in Sephora. This has been an interest in social media, and it is particularly popular. If you haven't heard of this yet, sit back, enjoy the time, and listen closely. If you have heard of it, we think this article will have you off your seat. Many people have found out about this on social media platforms, and some may have seen it happen in stores. However, this topic is very interesting and may involve a family member, friend, or a girl or boy you go to school with. No matter what, it still has an effect on someone near you.
This topic has been discussed all around social media. 10-year-olds have been damaging Sephora testers and leaving a giant mess for Sephora employees to pick up. People also have been ruining or opening real non-test products, also meaning the products that are not to be tested.
Observations need to tell someone when this happens. Many people have said Sephora has become the new Claire's for young children. When kids are seen ruining the products, people may have to tell someone, but they don't want to be a tattletale, don't want to be rude, or they are trying to mind their own business, or are too scared. No matter the excuse, this should still be told to a Sephora worker or employee.
Yeah, I fully agree. Some children under the age of 10 have even been caught taking the product from the packaging and attempting to steal it. I really don't get why.
Children are also not getting the right parenting. Children have been spending hundreds and thousands of dollars on makeup and skincare products. They even are asking other strangers for money and say they are going to pay them back. Some young children even try to buy retinol, which is used for anti-aging. If you couldn't tell by us just talking about this, young children do not need the products. Well, maybe older people do. A dermatologist said for young children, they shouldn't be using retinol or other products when their skin isn't fully developed. They should be using a simple cleanser and maybe a vitamin C serum. If you have not noticed, many younger children have been targeted to expensive products, and we all know that their parents aren't giving them the money, so how are they convincing their parents?
I think many kids have lied before and probably continue to lie, but with lying always comes something bad, like the wrong skincare treatment.
Negative products for young children can cause dry, sensitive, flaky, inflamed, oily, cracked skin, acne, and pH imbalanced. And sometimes when this happens, it doesn't go back to normal, especially with the wrong products.
If you don't know what pH is, EPA explains it best. pH is when a product is too acidic or alkaline.
Alkaline is a base product, meaning that it comes from the earth and is a natural salt. Too much of this can even things to go wrong dealing with your whole body.
There's also a scale. If the pH is 7, it is perfect. If it's low, it's too acidic. If the scale shows a number higher than 7, the product is too alkaline. This is actually a lot more important than it seems.
Many young children also have to make sure they are putting on their faces what they're putting on their faces is trusted, and they know the right info about it. If they don't know what they are putting on their face, how are they supposed to know what it does if it goes bad, or even to think how it's supposed to help the face? People are not doing this or taking any precautions, especially when the pretty girls on TikTok are using high-cost products meant for their face. Not some young, little rich 10-year-olds to identify if you can trust the product. You have to do more than just reading the back of the product.
We have made a point, but just to get others' opinions, we are going to be reading off some info we found from trusted sources. To start off, we are going to be going to India 100. According to India 100, many 10-year-old kids have been seen using and boosting skills for Sephora products, one of the most being bought, Drunk Elephant. But they are also damaging the testers and even the products in the packaging, trying to be sold. We also want to give a oopsie. Don't. Okay. You read.
We also want to give a shout Children as young as 10 have been searching for skincare products, mainly the brand Drunk Elephant. Children have been recorded many times for me from angry customers and posting it online. The Drunk Elephant testers have been the worst and the messiest testers. There are children making skincare smoothies with the product. Dr. Cameron Rosker, a dermatologist, said that TikTok is where the children are getting the information from, and they start spending money on unnecessary beauty products. The info comes from the influencers who are more in for the money than in helping people. Also, most of the influencers are older, meaning that the things they are selling or advertising are for people their age or older, mostly not for 10-year-olds.
With Drunk Elephant being the 2024 top brand, they brings a lot of attention to people around the world. But should those people include young kids? Many of the products are meant for the skin, but some include retinol, which is not meant for young kids, and young kids don't need the products yet. Our society is coming up with many new generations that soon are going to be adults, so we should teach them how to spend money and even what is healthy. Going back to India 100, one of the witnesses says, "Has anyone else noticed that every time you go into Sephora now, it's all just little girls? I don't know if this is everywhere lately, but I swear every time I go into these expensive makeup stores, it's all just young little girls," which is really upsetting to see.
From the little girl chaos, customers have been furious. A Sephora employee, Elian Bounden, told her story to social media about 10-year-olds walking into Sephora and being extremely rude. Elian said little girls are telling employees to check the bag for a missing product and shouting rudely at the employees. This is really upsetting to have young children yelling at adults. The products you put on your face can help or hurt it, especially when you are young. Now we are going to be interviewing Bella from Freeland Elementary.
Have you ever been to Sephora? And if so, did you see any young kids around your age?
Yeah, I've been there before, and I've seen kids with the range of 10 to 13-ish.
Are you aware of the Sephora 10-year-old situation? How did you find out?
Yeah, I've seen it all over social media recently.
Do you have a solution so testers are not ruined and Sephora employees don't have to stay after to clean up the mess?
Yeah, I definitely think that they could take away the testers so they don't get ruined.
Then how are people going to know what colors they want of each product?
They could ask a Sephora member if they could get a shade match by one of the employees.
If you saw a young kid under 10 ruining the testers, what would you do?
I would probably just not do anything about it because I'm too awkward for that.
Have you ever ruined or tested out some Sephora testers? And if so, did you clean up?
I've never really tested anything from Sephora, but if I did, I would definitely clean up after myself.
Have you ever had to lie to your parents about something to do with money?
No, not really.
Bella, thank you so much for your time. We all want to look pretty, but being pretty means you need to have a face that is you. When little kids are looking on the internet for something like a makeup tutorial, which they don't need, anyways, they are wasting their time. Little girls should be out playing with their neighbors, doing ABCs, and learn fun activities, not spending 3 hours to do their makeup. Also, say these 10-year-olds have a boyfriend and they date for years. The boy is going to find out eventually that your face is technically fake. The makeup is not your face, and at a young age, you shouldn't be hiding your face. Why does it matter what he thinks? I say go on a day without makeup, and you can find who you actually are, not who you think you are. The makeup makes a wall between you, yourself, and you, a makeup artist. You have to remember you are beautiful the way you are. The way you are not the way other people vision you.
That was a great speech, and to end our podcast, we're going to be recapping with our final speeches. As you can see, it's not just older people noticing this problem. Kids the same age and younger than the Sephora gangsters are. You have to get not only one person, but hundreds of people know this case is not right. So what are we going to do to change this outbreak and teach these kids some lessons?
Because of all of this drama of the young children damaging makeup and skincare testers, makeup customers are fed up of the situation, and some Sephoras have made their beauty stores 18 plus so young children don't ruin their testers. There are many ideas, but this one has been put into action. As tweens ourselves in 6th grade, we know school is mostly a popularity contest, but buy the things you put on your face can be really expensive. Also, it may look like your face is so beautiful by the looks, but products can cause dry skin and even acne breakouts. And to be dealing with makeup products at such a young age, it can cause a lot of difficulties.
Let's recap just all that info. If you see someone doing this, tell an employee and don't keep to yourself. Employees are there for the store, and that's their job. These products cost money that doesn't come off trees to pay for them. And when young people yell at adults who are trying to help while they are probably earning money to go buy more products, is unacceptable and rude, especially because they are so young. Some of these children don't even need the treatment. Even though this podcast has been a little biased, thank you for listening to our podcast about 10-year-olds reading Sephora testers. We also want to give a shout out to Miss Racing and Bella. Thank you.